Okay, this will be an interesting one. We've never used an original like this in this fashion. We're going to do it differently. It's colourful. It's got lovely gloss. It's a gloss magazine, so let's see how we go with it. If we can make it look good. So I'm just going to keep it at 100 somehow. Background colour. What are we going to add to this as a background colour? This will be an interesting one. So, going to hit magenta. There's not much magenta in this picture, so it'd be nice to have something a bit different. So the contrast, going to up it a little bit. Copy density, going to lighten it. Okay. Okay, going to put the black up as well. What do we got? Okay, we've got this. This is a really nice original. This is Stack. It's called Games on this side. This is the Avengers. I'm not into this. I don't like multiple superheroes. I just like one superhero appearing at a time. So we're going to do this side, which is the Games side. But I like it in superhero movies. I like just one superhero. Superman on his own, Iron Man on his own, the Hulk on his own. No fucking mashed up multiple, whatever you call it. You know, I don't like it like that. I like just one superhero acting like a lone wolf in trying to save people and save the planet. I like to see superheroes who just go it alone. I don't like this sort of stuff. It looks good, it looks really nice, but I like a superhero to stand on his or her own rather than being a part of an assemblage or an assembly. But anyway, let's see how this looks. Well, that looks interesting. Looks like we got the ugly fella there. We didn't get the good guy. So I'm wondering if we're going to use this as I don't know what, this will look really interesting. That's a difficult one. So I'm wondering if we're going to do another one, but that does look good. Looks interesting. So let's see if we can do a better one. This time we get the good guy in the frame as well as the bad guy. And that's another thing. I always, when it comes to movies like Star Wars, I'm always barracking for the good guy, not the bad guy. I'm the kind of person who likes to identify with the good guy, not the bad guy, because the bad guy normally gets beaten. So, and the good guy usually wins, and if the good guy loses, well, he'll come back in a sequel, chances are, and win the battle. But that looks interesting. It looks like we got this looks like a really good center, and you can see the magenta in that. So it looks as if we got some of the good guy. You can't see his face, but you can see the shape of, you can see the colours of his helmet. So I'm thinking this might be a good one. So I'm going to throw this on, not the recycle pile, I'm just going to put it down so it gets put into a waiting rooms, because this would be really good stuff for people to read when they're waiting to see the doctor, instead of reading those stupid gossip magazines or tabloids, which just go on and on and on about celebrities on what's the word? Ad nauseum. So I just don't like, I'm not interested in what Tom Cruise had to eat for dinner on a Wednesday night. I'm not interested in that shit. That's just a quick example I made up. I couldn't give a fuck. I mean, sure, they're really good actors and I love music, but I'm not interested in all this celebrity shit, all this trivia that so many people like. I just can't focus on it. It's so boring, and I don't have the memory capacity to remember all the movie stars. I try to remember some really good musicians or groups, but I'm not interested in, I'm pretty sure I'm not interested in what the Human League had for dinner on such and such a night. I love the Human League. I love their stuff, but I wouldn't want to meet them in person. I just sort of feel I'm not the kind of person that likes to meet up with celebrities as a general rule. I prefer to admire them from afar for their talent, for what they're good at. So the Human League makes some really, really, really good synthesizer pop. The biggest hit they had ever was Don't You Want Me, which was back in 81. Now that looks brilliant. So back in late 81, early 82, they had a song on the radio called Don't You Want Me. I was only 8 and 9 years old. I turned 9 on the 1st of January. 1982, so it was a very popular hit that I heard on the radio. And although the Human League haven't had quite that much success as they did then, I still love their stuff. Even the stuff that they did long before they found fame and fortune to long after they had fame and fortune. I still love their stuff, but do I really want to know what they had for fucking breakfast? I mean, seriously. But they're talented, and I like their music, so therefore I like them. But if it's just for the sake of being a walking, talking encyclopedia of celebrities, I just don't care. And I'm not into the movies as much as I'm into the music. But yeah. But, basically I'm just not into getting into all the trivia. It just doesn't interest me, and I just don't have the kind of memory to do that. But a lot of people do, and they just worship them like gods. And a lot of celebrities, not all of them, are not terribly good role models anyway. So why give them so much glory when they stuff up all the time? They're probably more prone to making life's mistakes than the average person. I mean, they get on the drugs, they get on the affairs, illicit sex is often reported, and it's just so it's not a good role model. So why worship these people? I mean, they're still humans, they've got feelings, and they also make so many big mistakes. They probably do worse things than the average person. They're probably more prone to doing stupid things than the average person. So why treat them as a fucking god or a role model? What can I say? Someone needs to... If only there could be a celebrity that comes amongst the celebrities to teach them how to live a life that's wholesome and good, not perfect. But if someone could teach these celebrities, that without being judgmental about how bad it is to keep going from one affair to another and keep marrying and remarrying and remarrying and remarrying. If something could be done to teach these people who've got so much money and fame, it's ridiculous how they can live and become good role models instead of becoming sleazy and careless. And there's got to be a way. Someone's got to get there, because I think a lot of good people in this world have written off celebrities altogether. But there's got to be someone out there who can bring hope and peace and a sense of responsibility to these people, because they're still human, but they need someone to change their patterns of thinking. But there's no one seems to be in the house doing it. So, I hope sometime that there'll be a person who loves celebrities but is not worshipping them, not loving them to the point of obsession. It can be an obsession, but a good obsession, not worship. Somehow there could be someone out there who's got a balance. I don't know who, but I'm hoping in future, because celebrities need love too.